Hello there, Cancer. My name's Frankie, and I'm coming to you from spirits-healing-readings.com, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. And what I've done for you here, this is for Cancer for the month of August of 2016, and I've pulled 4 cards, and I'm going to for the month, and I'm going to use the bottom card for an overall view of the month. And then we'll pull angel card at the end of the reading to kind of try to get it together here. I don't believe these cards are going to go like week by week. I believe they're going to blend throughout the month. So you might want to think about that. And the other thing is, if this reading doesn't make any sense to you, look up your moon sign and your rising sign. Then you can get a better overview of everything. But I wanted to say one little thing before I start. It seems I had some problems with the sound quality again on the readings, and about 10 of you guys wrote me, and I want to thank you very much for writing me and telling me it was really good of you. But I had this little microphone that is a gift from one of the other readers, and because we were having trouble with the sound, and what I'd done with the microphone, I couldn't get it to attach to my shirt, so I laid it on the table in front of the computer thinking and tested it, and it sounded okay, and obviously it wasn't. Most of you got it, but some of you didn't, so here I am with my little microphone on for this month. But anyhow, before I started, I was getting a couple of words for you. Oh yeah, and the astrology for the month. I don't do astrology, but I looked it up for you, and it is in your second house for the month. So that's like money matters, your ability to make money, trends that will affect your money, your budget, personal belongings, people to associate with that can get you money. It's in your money house here for this month, and when I was checking it out, it said sometimes people equate money with freedom. I obviously do. So, and because I'm an empath, I'm going to speak as if I'm you. So when you hear me say I, that's all of us Cancers out there. And I was getting a couple words here before I started, and they were release and honesty and love. And this is an interesting set of cards here, Cancer, because the first card we got on the bottom of the deck for the overall view is the Nine of Swords. And when I look at that Nine of Swords, I just see sleepless nights, or that I am worrying about something. So there's something that is on my mind that I'm worrying about. And if it's in the second house and it's about money or funds, perhaps I need to do something about it. But when you see the Nine of Swords here like this, nines are the number of completion. So what I am doing here is kind of like completing a cycle of this kind of worries in my life, and it seems like it's really important. So perhaps there's something new that's coming in because they have that word release here. And we do have 2 swords cards, which you'll see. But what they're showing us in this first card here, we have the 7 of, is that the 7? Yes, it is. 7 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands, when you see this card, to me, this card means standing up for your beliefs, taking a firm stand and, speaking your mind, saying that what it is that you believe in and take a stand for it. It's like someone that will fight off the competition because their belief system or their structure is so strong. But in this case, the 7 of Wands is upside down. So it means that we don't know which way to go right now. It's like, do I do it or don't I do it? But when this card's in reverse, it's like, do it. Okay? It's like, the little saying, he who hesitates is lost. That's what it's like. Make the decision. We need to make the decision, even if it does, we don't know, is this the right decision? It's kind of like that poop or get off the pot thing. I'm not quite sure if I'm allowed to swear on YouTube, but that's exactly what it is. It's like, make the decision, move forward with it, even if you're not sure. Stay flexible, don't stagnate, but make the decisions that we have to make. Don't stay up all night worrying about it. I think of this Nine of Swords card as the little guy in our head that wakes us up in the middle of the night and keeps saying, oh God, now what am I going to do? Now what am I going to do? And that kind of verifies that with this Seven of Wands here in the reverse. So they're telling us, the word Spirit was giving us was release. Now, the next card here is the Knight of Wands, and it is in the upright position. And so it's telling me the decision or the choice I make, even if it seems like the wrong one, is the right one. Because this Knight of Wands is a messenger card. And it's a good message. It's a good message if it's coming from a person. It would be a person I could trust, that was honest, trustworthy, faithful. It could be a good message because these are general readings. It obviously doesn't have to be a man, or it can be a man or a woman that's bringing me this message. But it's a good, honest, trustworthy message that's coming. It can be a message about my job. It can be a message about my financial situation. It can be a good message about, oh, guess what? I'm getting engaged. I'm getting married, whatever. Or I'm moving. This is a wonderful new message, something I was looking forward to. But they're telling us, don't waste the time staying up all night worrying about it, because the message is coming. Just make the decision, like they're saying. And we have a major arcana card here to go with that and to even strengthen this, So if this is about our financial situation, we want to be ready to grasp any opportunity that comes, be ready. So make the decision. Don't procrastinate. Don't stay up all night worrying about it. Make the decision and run for it. Pay attention to anything that's going on around money, because this does feel very strong, but it feels like it's absolutely really good news. And with this Knight of Wands, if it is love, it can be a marriage proposal, an engagement. Maybe we're bringing together our finances, and this, because it is a general rating, maybe this enhances it and we can afford to move or get a better house if that's the way it is, or if it's a new job or a new home I'm moving into. It's going to be affordable. Don't waste my time, staying up all night. Release that and move forward and tell myself the truth. Be flexible, they said. Don't stagnate, but make the decision. Just find the way to, if it has to do with opportunities that are financial in front of me, grasp them. Because the next card that comes up is the Strength card, So what we know is we have the strength to do this. And we are running, actually, when you get the Strength card, it's I am running on my intuition. So actually, for the month of August, logic, using our logical reasoning, is not going to make much sense. Because if you'll notice, this lady here is taming this lion. So that is the taming of our instinct. It's right on the money. We can work with that instinct. We can operate from that instinctual level. If it's a new job, like that's the job. I'm taking the job. That's what, it's right here. I'm making the decision. I'm going for it. I'm not procrastinating. I'm going to be flexible. Any decision's better than no decision, because I have the strength and my gut's telling me, to welcome any kind of change that is going to be beneficial. And the reason I'm saying that, any kind of change, because they were saying honesty, so I want to be honest with myself, is our final card here for the month is the Ten of Swords. No, don't panic. Cancer, don't panic. This card, every time I look at this card, I think, holy God, look at this. This dude's laying there flat on his face with 10 swords in his back. But what it actually means when I'm touching and holding this card is we have this Nine of Swords, right? And this is the card of completion. Not staying up, worrying myself sick all night long. It's the card of completion. If this Nine of Wands, or Swords, right side up, is the card of completion, the Ten of Swords is the card of I'm done with this. I'm done with it. I'm cleaning up any debris in my past. I'm leaving whatever it was that was bothering me. I'm leaving that behind me. I'm going to clean up all the loose ends, tie up all the little knots and packages or whatever, and I'm going to be moving forward. So, being as this is about money, we don't want to expect a lot out of other people. It's kind of like a month for blending or synthesis. I can never say that word, but within ourselves, to make that forward motion. Is it a job that I want? Is it a new home I want? Whatever it is, when it comes, we've made this decision, we're jumping on it, it's our benefit, it's delightful, and we are releasing any negative connotations, negative people, negative events in our life, because we have this Nine of Swords. No more sleepless nights over this. We're cleaning up the past and removing whatever it was that was bothering us out of it. Like we started out in the beginning, it was like some people, some of us equate money with freedom. And that is, actually a beneficial thing, because the more we have of it, the more we move forward with it, and the more good we can do in the world. So we're going to release totally. We are completing a cycle of circumstances that kept us up all night, made us worry, had us in, in a tither, or whatever you want to call it, because we now have the strength to move forward and move on. So, being as this is financial, don't fool around with any valuable papers. Make sure everything's in order, ducks are in a row, because if we're moving forward into a new home, new job, new marriage, however it affects us as individuals, and we want this life to be right, we want to be open and welcoming to anything, any changes that are going to bring us those benefits. So it's kind of like, don't do anything crazy, rash with money, because all these things, let's say we're getting married, and that's the only example I can think of right off the top of my head, the way they're giving it to me. We're getting married. Instead of me, I'm going to make a decision, I'm going to make a choice, right? Even if it's the wrong choice, I'm not going to do this extravagant, crazy wedding that's off the top, even though that's what I want. I'm going to do one and pare it down a little, just to make it beneficial to, and I'll invite my closest friends and family instead of the extended family and the great 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 Aunt Bessie from 9 trillion years ago to my wedding. I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to keep myself good, stable financially. I'm going to make the right choices for me. I'm not going to hem-haw anymore. I'll be flexible, but I'm not stagnating. What they're saying is that words again. He who hesitates is lost. And it must be important to us for this month, and, just to grab a hold of the right opportunities, clean up, complete the things that were bothering us in the past. With this Ten of Swords, tie up any loose ends that has to do with it, and then move forward. So if it's my job, right, and I'm changing careers, I'm going to move forward on the job or the career. If it is, moving house, I'm going to make sure I keep all the valuable paperwork safe. If I'm doing a big remodeling project, I'm going to make sure that, okay, this is the way I want it. I'm not going to hem-ha, even if it's I'm going to make a choice and move it forward. If it's the marriage, maybe I'm going to pare it down, the expenses, so maybe we can buy a new house when we get, married, or get a bigger apartment or a nicer place. It feels like it does have to do with situations that are, basically with these wands and these swords cards here that are close to home, right? Like that really have an impact on us for the month. So if it's something that's bothering us from our past, they're saying with this Ten of Swords here, don't worry about it. Make the decisions, tie up the loose ends, cut the ties. And when I see that Ten of Swords, I always think lessons are learned. So accept them, the lessons are learned, and move forward, And if it has to do with people around it or situations that are around it, perhaps we've already learned way more than enough from it, and it's our time to, obviously, to change it and move forward. Let's see what these angel cards say. Well, we got the Strength card here, and they don't want us sleeping and being awake all night worrying things. And they gave us those words: honesty, release, and love, and delight. Keep saying delight, like if I make the choices, take the stand one way or another, and just get moving, it's going to be a lot better for us. And what the card we got is joy. It says, joy is the highest energy of all. It's magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment, and joy allows you to attract and create your present and your future moments at their highest possible level. So we as Cancers have to remember that every thought, and these two sword cards here are thoughts. Swords are thoughts. They're air energy. So every thought that we have manifests. Every negative thought we have goes up in prayer to Source. So why not keep it on the upside, and make the decisions and choices that are right and appropriate for us. Let's see what joy means. They have alternative meanings in this little book here. So, whoops, went right past it. Sorry about that. It says, you drew this card as a reminder that your power comes from staying centered in a feeling of joy. And they did say love to us, and they said release and honesty. And when we release things, we have to be honest inside of ourselves too in order to be able to release them. It says, ask your angels for guidance about any changes you can make to bring more joy into your life and into the lives of others. If you're feeling trapped or victimized in any way, the angels can ease the burden. A joyful outlook brings the freedom you desire, while your responsibilities are simultaneously met. Then they tell us that some people equate money with freedom. So, I think about it, a pile of money can send me on vacation, right? It could buy me a new home, but I kind of like the one I'm in right now. And it says the additional meanings for this card are release or heal any parts of your life that aren't joyful. No more sleepless nights, right? Take the lessons from the past and move forward. The answer to your question involves choosing the route that brings you the most joy. Here is your Seven of Wands here, and your announcement from your Knight of Wands. Uh, it says, let's see, release your fears while manifesting, and instead focus on feeling the joy as if your desire were already a reality. So whether it's the career, whether it's money funds or the better job or the marriage or engagement, the good news that we are going to get, we want to enjoy it. We want to have fun with it. And if we're procrastinating and not making the choice, how are we supposed to have a good time with all of this? Well, Cancer, that is your reading, and it looks like it's going to be a really good month for us. A little bit crazy and hectic, but I think if it feels good, it feels that word, delightful. So, Cancer, that's your reading for August, and if you want to just know more about me, you can go to the website. It's down below here, or if you'd like to schedule an appointment with me, all of the information is there. And I want to tell you, thank you so much for all your likes and shares and subscribes. And for all of you that I've got to meet through doing my readings, I've really enjoyed meeting you. And I want to tell you, thank you for that. And thank you for all the time you spend sitting here with me. So hopefully we'll see you next month. Bye-bye, Cancer.